Hello, good morning, guys. I love how you guys have your own intros. I love how you guys come in the chat and like you got your stick. Red Dollar, good morning. Join as our TGIF guy. Hood's always coming in strong. I love it. Luna, good morning. Gravity GM, sir. Great seeing you guys. GM to you over on Abstract and on X as well. Hey, happy Friday, guys. It's a I think I'll say it. Yeah, it's a good Friday, ain't it? If you're the celebrating type, happy. I think it's Good Friday. I don't know. I thought today was Easter. I don't do any holidays. None of them. I don't do Christmas. I don't do Hanukkah. I don't do any of them. I mean, I do kinda, but anyway, I thought today was Easter. Dude, I'll get it one of these days. Man, smash the like on the show wherever you're watching. Again, on Abstract, on X, on YouTube. But come over here. Come over here to the YouTube side. Say GM's over there. Subscribe to the show. Man, especially if you can't catch these live shows. Especially if you can't catch the live shows. Catch the replays over here, man. Again, like yesterday, probably no swarm report this afternoon. Everybody's off school. It's a little crazy. Maybe though. Maybe. Geez, what I'm trying to think any local updates, but no, there's a lot going on. Okay, it's a slow news day, but there's things happening. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to it. Man, follows. You can follow me at Hudah_idiot. That's over on X. But above all, yeah, follow CryptoSlam.io. Those things are coming. I can't wait. Swarm's getting very close too. You've probably noticed, guys, conversation ramping up on X about the swarm. That includes our swarm, by the way. Follow SlamAI_XYZ. Check out our light paper. Our swarm is being talked about more and more. In fact, I'm tempted to go check out cookie.fun because the virtuals ACP swarms are coming very soon. In a few weeks here. Are you guys starting to see it? Are you seeing people tweeting out threads about ACP? And look, they're not all bullish, but it's people questioning. It's a good conversation. People questioning if ACPs and swarms and all of that makes sense as opposed to individual smart agents. And it's great because people are learning. Where I used to think you're gonna have an agent that knows everything. You're expert, and I don't believe that now. I think down the road, yeah. But I think now if you want an expert, you make it modular. You have agents that are experts in like one area, one topic, one expertise. They're good at this one thing, and then you network them with an agent that's good at the other thing, and you put them together. It's really, really interesting. Again, a lot of people talking about this on the timeline. Hey, I want to check. I do want to check Mindshare. I have a feeling it's up with the swarm, at least in the past week. Maybe I'm wrong. But I am seeing people talk about him on the timeline. Even somebody like AXVC was tweeting about the swarm. Okay, now Mindshare. Like I said, could be wrong here. Engagement's up. Market cap's up. Impressions up. There's something there. I've like, without needing to look at a chart, I've felt it. I see people talking about the swarm more now, which is great. We'll keep our eye on that. Now, before we really dive in, just going to put a fun one on your radar here. I mean, it's kind of shitty. I'll drop a link here in the chat. Pancakes Bro, who I like. He's a character. Look, there's a big old investigation on Reddit into Drake. Right? There's like the Drake Kendrick Lamar shit. But dude, there's a crypto tie in here, I promise. There's like these allegations that Drake is very closely tied to a murder. It's wild shit, man. But part of the connection being made here is that people found Drake's burner crypto wallet. And because of that, they're tying some payments to other events that happen at certain times that are surrounding some of this stuff. So he's potentially tied to some of this crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I'm dropping that just because I think it's good reading for this Good Friday here, for whatever, for the weekend, whatever. It's worth checking out, guys. Spicy story, and anytime crypto's involved, man, I'm all in. All right. Trade war, tariff war, escalates, continues. And behind the scenes, I imagine, like, plenty of progress being made. But China not backing down here. China now halting all liquefied natural gas purchases here from the States. They've halted outgoing mail from Hong Kong. They're not accepting any of our Boeing planes. There's multiple steps China's taken here to show that they're not backing down. Now, behind the scenes, it's probably a different story. I imagine it's completely different. Trump saying China's reached out. We're going to have a deal. I certainly hope so. I still like Ansem's point yesterday saying, like, it's probably not priced in if they don't back down. I agree. I'm assuming it all comes together and it works out fine. But I'm also now considering a whole other scenario here, which is maybe the market being as unpredictable as it is right now. People having a little less confidence. Maybe it has less to do with tariffs and the trade war. It's a factor, right? Of course. But maybe it has more to do with, this is actually wild, DeepSeek from a couple months back. I want to go look into this a little further, but DeepSeek, that Chinese AI that was built at a fraction of the cost of OpenAI, of ChatGPT. As far as we know, it's hard to know what's true and what's not. But that really rattled the, what do they call it? Like the Magnificent Seven. Yeah. Tech. The fact that you can build these excellent LLMs, again, excellent. I'm just saying because I think people are questioning how good it really is. But again, at a fraction of the cost, revaluing. And so the market might still be factoring that in. It might be. Marty Party put this out, and it can make some sense. I don't think that's a crazy thought. And definitely tariffs, trade war stuff is a factor too, but like it's a pretty interesting thought here. Actually, Christian, I'm curious your thought on that. All of you guys, I'm curious. I'd love to hear. Christian's got a great feel for this stuff. Gravity as well. I wouldn't discount that. I wouldn't discount the DeepSeek and the impact from that is still a factor right now. It's worth considering. There's a lot more going on than I think we realize. Even speaking with Jared yesterday on the show, feeling like tariffs are just like a smaller, less impactful than let's say the media is making it out to be. Not to say it's not a big deal, but crypto's still holding up, I think, remarkably well. Bitcoin at 84.5, ETH almost at 1,600, Ripple 208, Solana 134. Mixed bag here in the past 24 hours. Still in the week, it's up across the board, basically up. All in all, crypto looking really, really great. Bitcoin included, although I've got something to show you in a minute that maybe is a little less bullish about Bitcoin. I need to tweet the show out. Hey, it's Casual Friday. We'll do this at a different pace here. Looking at ETFs here. I'm juggling, by the way. I'm going to share out on my other screen here. I can multitask. I can do it. ETF volume yesterday. Not a great day. Not great. 171 mil in outflows yesterday. Again, that's the Bitcoin ETFs. On the ETH side, 12.1 mil. 12.1 mil in outflows. That that AI comments got me. It's really got me thinking. Who got NME stimmy yesterday, by the way? We got to talk about that. It's pretty spicy. Gravity, tariff war, massive impact. Every economist, how about that? Who studied Smoot Hawley knows this. Economic suicide. Yeah, okay. So still a factor. Yep. I like it. Strong take. Yeah, I agreed. So with all the like chaos and uncertainty in the market, look, I still think Bitcoin evolved. I still think Bitcoin turned 18. I still think Bitcoin just became an adult over the past few weeks. I believe it. I really, really believe it. But it's very clear it still hasn't become digital gold. It hasn't yet. Gold continues to hit all-time highs. Really impressive. Bitcoin's not doing this. Bitcoin is not doing the thing we want it to do yet. But yes, gold continuing to hit all-time highs. And now JP Morgan analyst is saying Bitcoin has failed. It's failed to benefit from this. It's failed to become digital gold. I don't look at this as bearish. I don't look at this as bearish at all. I actually still think Bitcoin if it hit a fork in the road or it was a turning point. I still think Bitcoin has become that thing. There still needs to be, look, we don't have those regulations in place where everybody is ready to come in. It's coming, you guys know. And it's here to a degree. It's just not there yet. It's not digital gold yet. There will be a day where Bitcoin looks like this during like these periods of like market uncertainty. It is coming. But look, I'm willing to consider other takes that it's not now. And maybe it's worth putting the attention on all these other coins that are doing. I think this is the better chart, actually. It's like, I still like ETH. I still think ETH is fucking fantastic. But look, there is gold. And then I would say Bitcoin is like the inverse of this. This is the like Bitcoin ETH ratio, right? There it is. Bitcoin versus ETH. ETH down 74% against Bitcoin. Part of that is ETH's fault. I mean, for sure. But it also speaks to the strength of Bitcoin here. Again, especially here. Past 6 to 12 months. I mean, it is most of the time. Dude, ETH is struggling. Equity market decline started before the tariff war began. Big tech has been lagging for several months. I don't think we can blame the crash on DeepSeek. Fair. And Solana needs its flowers too, man. Give Solana their flowers. Solana generated more revenue in Q1 than every other L1 and L2 combined. That's massive. That's some interesting perspective here. Solana smashing everybody. That's yeah. It's a beautiful thing. By the way, meme coin's still looking all right. There's some runners. Somebody sent me a ice bucket challenge this morning. There's another called Dark that I think is also cooking. There's some runners on Solana. Hope we're in the trenches paying attention. It's definitely time for that. But still, Bitcoin. I still think it's a special moment for it. It's a great time. It's a special time for Bitcoin. Binance yesterday. We hit this at the tail end of our show yesterday, but Binance said multiple governments and sovereign wealth funds reaching out about creating crypto reserves. Pretty awesome. China, that is today. Yeah, that's a big deal too. We'll get to that in just a moment. But yeah, that's today. Trump token unlocks 4% of the total supply, like 20% of the circulating supply. It's a big unlock. Dude, I don't know what time it happens at. We're going to be watching Trump today for sure. This is maybe, I mean, I don't want to say this is bearish. I don't want to say this is bearish news, but this kind of does matter. Stablecoin, TVL's hit an all-time high. It has. But over the past few weeks, it's stabilized. It's kind of flattened off. It's totally fine, but it does show, oh, you know what? You could look at this as, yeah, you could interpret this a different way. Bearish that there's less money coming into stables. Recently, that's felt like money outside of crypto coming in as opposed to crypto being swapped for stables, right? We used to look at this different. If you saw stablecoin, like TVL or market caps going up, you might think people are getting out of crypto, parking in stables, waiting out some kind of storm. It's true. It's true. Dude, I got to tie the Trump coin and Melania to what's going on with Base. I think people are silly. Not that comment, by the way. That's not a silly comment. But yeah, that was the Trump coin. It was fine. It did cap this run for sure. It really did. Anyway, I'm keeping the eye on stable coins. You guys know. I mean, it's the biggest factor here. Like over the next 3 to 6 months, stable coins. Biggest up and coming anything. It is. Hey, I'm going to skip that one. All right, so now rumors are, well, not even rumors, Trump's own words. Look, he wants Jerome Powell out. He wants Jerome Powell cutting rates months ago. Hasn't happened. No even indication that's happening anytime soon. I think Jerome Powell says flat out he's waiting. Dude, Gravity, yes. Yeah, we're going to tell you we'll do that as well. Bullx, rugged. I don't know if they rugged officially, but they're in the process of rugging. If you guys have, it's worth saying now, if you guys have money in Bullx, if you got money in Bullx, like pull it. Pull it. E-Rock, good morning, man. Dude, we're going to talk OpenSea today. We're talking Good Vibes Club. We're going to talk the Trump token. We got some pudgy updates. It's cool shit everywhere, man. Magic Eden. And I do want to spend a good chunk of time on base again. That is such an interesting story. I have a lot of thoughts about it. I am probably going to end up minting something there, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Anyway, is Trump going to replace Jerome Powell? Can he even do it yet? He doesn't have the authority to fire him. Trump said, I believe he could just ask him to step down. He would. I don't think the market is prepared for this. I don't think this is Black Swan level if he does. But people are rightfully concerned if Trump acts as Powell here, if he tries to. Dude, it's wild. It's just a wild time we're living through right now. The most volatile period for crypto ever. I've said that for a year. Very obvious. But for a year, since Trump kind of got, and it's about this summer. In the summer, it'll be about a year from the time I think we were first really saying that, when Trump signaled he was going to be very, very pro-crypto. Most volatile period ever. Just extends way beyond crypto now. Still, the setup for the next Gravity, elaborate on that a little if you can. Just why that would be a Black Swan event. Gravity's saying he'd consider it a Black Swan event if he fires Powell. Curious why. So again, yesterday talking with Jay Squiggle, just talking about, the next, 12 months down the road. Why I'm so optimistic, why he's so optimistic. Just in general, I'm really optimistic. And the reason is, I mean, as much FUD and as much negativity and stories out there that genuinely have people spooked, as much of as we have that kind of dominating right now, just going to Bitcoin, 84K, 85. It to me shocking, and the rest of the market holding up decently. Julian Biddle really echoing that too. In fact, it's a little deeper than that. VIX hit 60. I believe it did hit 60 here in the past week. Has happened only 5 times in the past 35 years. And after that, we've had phenomenal runs 12 months later. And so Julian Biddle's telling us what were these other times that's happened. It's a little more than 6 times or whatever. But Iraq War, Russian default in 98. I was too young to even have any concept of that. 9/11, 2008, man. The Lehman Brothers, 2021, 2015 RMB devaluation. Is that Russia's currency? And then 2020 COVID. So basically saying that right now is on par with all of those events. Look, it is. It feels like it. And yet things holding up, like I said, remarkably well. And I'll still focus on what I know, crypto. It's absolutely fucking remarkable. Troy and I'd be fine with that. Whatever the thing is, rip the Band-Aid off. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's get it done with. Regardless, I'm looking forward to 12 months from now. I think we're going to be in a much better, but in the fall. If things just stay as is, and then I'm assuming improve, it probably is a bad idea to assume that's what's going to happen. Trump token unlocked today, yeah. 40 million tokens unlocked. 4% of overall supply, 20% increase in circulating supply. Kind of a big deal. You have to assume, Chinese. They have two currencies that are, gosh, I don't know enough to speak on it, but they have two currencies. It's the yuan, right, and the RMB that are kind of the same currency. They're based on the same thing, but they're valued differently. I've seen that there's manipulation across those two. Anyway, again, stick to what I know. Shit coins. This will be interesting. The Trump team will be selling this. Absolutely. Look, they don't. This kind of ties into, people's thoughts about base and those tokens, and then the outrage when the Melania coin was launched, and people saying, "Oh God, what are they doing? They don't know what they're doing. You can't drop it." They don't care. If they have tokens that cost them essentially nothing to create, and they can sell it right now for any amount of money, they're going to sell. They're not thinking 12 months down the road that, it'll be worth 5x. It'll be, they're selling right now. I assume they're selling right now. Everybody else should too. Well, we should take a peek. We'll peek at the Trump token. It's gonna be a brutal day for the Trump token, I'm assuming. Watch them throw us a curveball though, and just announce they're like burning the tokens or locking them up or something. $1.5 billion market cap on the Trump token. My goodness, guys. FDV 7.7 billion. What got as high as what? Like 70 billion? Guys, it should be a really, really rough day here for that Trump token. Here, let's go to the hour chart. Yes, it's safe to assume it's going to be brutal. Melania was Hayden Davis Moonship, but they did tie it to wallets that launched the Trump token too. Right? Like it wasn't Melania and separate team. So maybe what's his name? Maybe Hayden Davis didn't have anything to do with the Trump token directly, right? No involvement at all. But the team who launched it was definitely associated, tied somehow, some way with the whoever launched the Trump token. There's some wallets that are the same across them. Yeah, today will be. Man, there's no token that has the kind of potential that this has. Again, today will be not a great day for it. Could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And then BullX. If you use BullX, site, bot, be careful. Take your money out. I would say take your money out. CEO deleted his Telegram. Support team gone. Referral links gone. Again, if you have money, I need to double check. I don't think I do. I use Trojan. But if you do use it, get out. I'm glad. You know what? I don't. Okay, let me be real specific here. I'm not glad this is happening. I almost said that. I'm not. I'm glad this is something that when some of us started trading meme coins together, and when that happened, and I started using bots, and I encourage people to use bots because they're so easy. I really like trading with these Telegram bots. It's why I'm so excited about the Kong's new Kong bot. What's their bot called? Their new trading bot. I like it. It's for me a way better experience. But back then I said, guys, these will get rugged. Like definitely these will get compromised and rugged. And I'm like, so like, will you make money here? Transfer, like get it out of there because of this, assuming that's going to happen. So yeah, here we go. Keep that in, keep that in mind now with Trojan, keep it in mind with Photon, keep it in mind with all of those products. Especially if you don't know who the team is. That's coming. All right, NFT market, boys. All right, this ain't real. I don't believe this number's real. We'll do a little adding up on our next screen here, because if that's real, we're off to a pretty good start. That said, yesterday 18.9 mil in sales. It's pretty interesting. Also, it looks like the Bitcoin catch up. It's done. So clearly, we have more volume the past few days than it looked like. It's good. Almost 19 mil yesterday. Sellers down, buyers up. Transactions down, average sale price way up, way up. Trade profits still right where they've been hanging, right around $1 million in the negative here. Okay, so this is where I want to just get it. I need to feel out if that number was right. We had a B&B collection, kind of a scammy collection that was on top here. Oh, it had like 8 mil in volume. So actually, this looks 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is probably actually accurate then. That was probably accurate, the screen before. It was way higher before. The Courtyard, yet again on top, cooking. Followed by D-Market. Let me get fungibles out of there. Guardian Heroes, CryptoPunks, Guardian Avatars. I still think Paradise. I asked we might pull this one, guys. We might pull Paradise. It's always top 10, and I still think it's money laundering. Comp, Sorare, Taproot Wizards in the top 10. Love it. And Mutant Tapes. And then your top sales, will refresh that too. Punk 8619. There you go. Nice one. 62.42 ETH, $98,000. Love it. Few CryptoPunks in the top 10. Known origin. Gotta assume that's an X copy. Yeah. Actually, I'm assuming it's an X copy. I have an X copy ready to show you, but I think I need to go find a second one. OMB. Got a nice OMB going. Nice blue eyes. Good looking. Some Taproot Wizards. Look at that. I love it. I think Taproot Wizards look great. Yeah, bag bias. Yeah. Here's a Gobble by X copy sold for 30 ETH. It's X copy season, but like in such a big way. Let's see if we can find that 40 whatever ETH sale. I'm sure that's an X copy. Dude, maybe not. Here's a 20 ETH sale. You know what? Interesting. Maybe that wasn't an X copy. Maybe it was a Beeple. Does Beeple have something on known origin? Here, let's click. Sometimes it's pulled the image. Let's see. Huh. It's a piece from 2018. Yeah, I wonder what that is. Okay. I'll dig separately because I'm curious. Oh, my bad. I wasn't sharing that screen. Yeah, I'll look separately. I don't know. X copy Beeple, I don't know, but I love seeing art moving. And I gotta show it's what Jay Squiggle's been saying. He said this forever. Really obvious thing too. If you're pretty well plugged in, if not, just know that X copy, he's a different kind of artist. And there's guys out here collecting these for the like long haul. Hey, Luke Annette said he's gonna go acquire X copies, that he's been trying. X copy stuff, it's like interesting time right now. So Jared's told us that first off, people aren't letting their X copies go. They're just not. People are holding these for like forever or playing the 10-year game. And so man, you see those editions going for those high prices. It's kind of all you can get now. And when the 1/1s go, they're going for hundreds of thousands. And Justin saying what Jay Squiggle says, X copies, you're not going to be able to get them, period. And then I'll tell you what, it's when those guys move to the buyers, move to the bigger collections, something like Saintless, right? Things that have 100, 200 editions. And then, Max Payne's much bigger editions. But Cope Salata, those are going to catch a bid at some point too, because these 1/1s and smaller editions, these guys are locking them up. You're not going to get these things. Literally, you will not be able to get them. So right now, expect to see a ton more of these moving. But by a ton, there's only so many to go around, and they're going. Love to see it. Love to see it. Good Vibes Club. Man, you boys, you know what I think of them. I think still best collection of this cycle so far. I think will be a standout of the 2025 cycle. Man, and they are starting to catch a bid. They are. Yeah, I think these are going to be, I talk about them often enough. I think they're going to be a big fucking deal here. On par with some of the big boy ETH NFT projects. OpenSea did a feature on them yesterday. put out an article about him, an interview with the team here. Yo, good morning, man. Good to see you. Dude, we're great. I'm great. Hope you're well. Dude, good interview. A little alpha in there. Look, these guys aren't putting out a roadmap, which I like. It's like a nostalgia collection, very much like a 21, 22 collection. And I think they're building out same kind of thing, just their own brand. That, look, nobody's cracked the code on how to make your brand make the NFTs worth more, other than you just want to be in the club. But that's really what they're doing. So no promises of anything. What about Fraganas? What about them? I've had a Fragana. What about these? What about these sweet babies? Is there a new Fraganas collection? Tell me about it, dude. I'm curious. There's not going to be a CryptoPunks on Solana, though, sir. Respectfully, there's not going to be a CryptoPunks on Solana. If there is, it's already out there. It's Boogles, I think. We'll see. I love being wrong, so I hope I'm wrong. You know what? Fair to say Solana is so big now and has so much potential still that why couldn't they have a collection that's like their version of Taproot Wizards, their version of CryptoPunks, right? Like, sure, I could see it. So Good Vibes Club, a little alpha, at least some teases here. There you go. Working on something with for one of the most prolific brands in Web3. Who do you think that is? Because, okay, Good Vibes Club is called, is it Toast Inc., Toast Studios, whatever. Worked with the biggest brands in the world, like Google, Facebook. They did the whole, like, Instagram redesign. Like, all like, when you picture Instagram and the logos, color, that's all them. They made it. Biggest brands in the world. Now they're working on their own, like, Web3 native content studio. One of the most prolific brands in Web3. Could it be Pudgy Penguins? I love being Mike. I love it. I like it. Well, yeah, I love it because I like learning. I really do, man. I love being right, but I love being wrong just as much. I agree. I like Fraganas a lot. Yeah, when those first launched, I talked about them a lot. I had a couple of them. I really like them. I really like Fraganas. And they've got great collectors in there. I don't care what the price is, but I remember when they minted, you had like those same guys who were in Good Vibes Club, the same type of collectors that got into Fraganas. So I do think Good Vibes special. So anyway, I have a feeling it could be something like a Pudgy partnership, a Bored Ape, right? I mean, it's obvious. There's only a few you can pick from when they say something like this, but they're built different, you know? They're built different. Appreciate you, Mike Bennett. But it's true. It is true. Anyway, keep an eye on GVC. This is like more of like an alpha call. Kinda. This plays everywhere, but I do think GVC's got really big potential. Really big. Like, if we get a nice NFT season, we're talking these are ETH floor, couple ETH floor. Like, I see it. I'm active there as far as watching secondary there. It's doing a lot. Right, you guys have seen, I've grabbed some of those. I'm picking out nice ones. All of them are catching really nice bids. The hoodie I got, bids going way up here. These are really building some serious momentum. So I want to just put them on the radar again. I don't care if people buy, but I do like to tell you when the Spidey sense tingles. It hasn't stopped with these guys in, a month and a half. Has it been that long? It's maintained and gotten stronger. These are going to do something pretty fucking big. OpenSea. I love this. I root for OpenSea. I want to like them, and yet there's so much bullshit from these guys. So we talked about this the other day, right? OpenSea with the, nice comment on the Kong story. Kong's right. SEC case closed. OpenSea comments massive W. Kong's. Dude, fucking pop them in the mouth. I'll tell the story every time because it's worth people. I want people to know. OpenSea, when they had their Wells notice, They tweeted out that they stand with Web3 and they're going to fight, and that they've got $1 million put aside to help other creators who are battling the SEC. It's not many out there that were. Kongs were one of the biggest. They reached out, no reply. No response at all. And I've said this a lot. OpenSea does this like virtue signaling and nothing more. I don't sense real fight in them. Again, I hate that I'm saying it, but it's true. And I like that people are seeing it and calling it out. The Me Too shit. It's just fucking words. It's just words. Every time there's a story out there, it's them too. It's changing the PFP. It's signaling that they're the good guys and they don't do any of it. They don't. And I'll always mention this part too because it matters. OpenSea turned over user data without fighting. They did. SEC or DOJ asked them for data on these users of this collection. They didn't fight and say, you can't, like, we don't have to give it to you. They didn't fight. They literally turned it over. They just gave it to them. That story will pick up traction at some point too. So far, it hasn't. It's been put out there, but that'll pick up traction too. It will. So anytime somebody's recognizing what OpenSea does, I'm going to put it up here. Pudgy Penguins with a partnership out here. Jazz, good morning, man. Pudgies are partnering with, what are they called? Lot or Lot? Makes me think of that, what's that dude's name on YouTube? Lofi? I like that guy. Check this out. It's a Korean brand, toy manufacturer, maker, whatever. So cute. The best, dude. The best. Available at the Pudgy Penguin shop. Hang on. Is that like live now? Limited run of Bellyland Pudgy Penguin collectibles. Oh, dude, those go on sale tonight. Dude, guys. Mike Bennett. Oh, the info about OpenSea and giving out user info. Dude, okay. Guys, this is a buy. This is absolutely a buy. This is financial advice. It's absolutely financial advice. Pudgy Penguin toys sell out in often seconds. 500 editions, $300. Dude, come on, look at these. This is fucking awesome. It comes with a digital collectible too. Okay. You get 2 collectible figures, 24 Bellyland ice cream figures. Oh, come on, guys. Look, if you buy to flip, you'll have a flip here. Absolutely. Make $100, $200, whatever. These are awesome. By the way, I wonder if we're going to have a shipping problem. Where do these ship out of? Oh, it's Korea. Never mind. Dude, these are a buy. Can we zoom in here? I want to see if we can get a little closer look. Those are awesome. Yeah, $300. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Do you need? No. Okay, you can buy these with credit card. Okay. Check those out tonight. I think it's worth it. So 9 p.m. Let me double check. 9 p.m. Eastern time. So in about 12 hours. Well, a little like about 11 hours. Those will sell out really quick. Today is a holiday. Yep. Today is Good Friday. So market's closed. Banks closed. Kids off school. Amazing. Virtuals. Normally I'd save this for the AI show, the afternoon show, but I don't know that that's happening. So we'll definitely hit it here. It's big news anyway. So virtuals. Genesis now live on base. Okay. Genesis is their new TGE, agent TGE offering, right? Remember what Vader was doing, right? We launched our agent with them, or our agent token with them. Wake Hacker was this week. Guys, people made a 2-3x on that as well. Every single one, man, guys who bought in the pre-sale up 2, 3, 5x, 7x. I think Swarm got as high as like 7x. Awesome stuff. Virtuals is now the TGE launchpad, which is awesome. So it's called Genesis. Earn points in virtuals. I believe you get more points for holding, hold your tokens, get more points, get into the next token offerings earlier, which is great. Platform looks great. Really does. I think it's probably a good play, man. Anyway, I think the site looks pretty damn awesome. Okay, now I also want to put something on your radar that might be a big launch today. Okay, there might be a big agent coming today. Not 100% sure, but I like us to be on top of stuff here. Okay. Excuse me, Auto.fun. That's the Eliza OS agent launchpad, right? It's their version of Genesis or Vader, right? It's a launchpad. It's a token launchpad for agents. It's supposed to launch this week. I think it's today. And so we have this Prince SCRT, secret agent built on Secret AI SDK and Eliza OS. But Auto.fun mentioned in here, secret agent, codename OO Fun. I mean, you're right. I'm pretty damn sure. Pretty damn sure, by the way, these are all fake, of course. But I'm pretty damn sure that means that's the first agent launching on Auto.fun. It's probably something to at least keep your eye on. Don't mean buy, but keep your eye on it. There's very few people following, too. So, like, maybe this is one that I probably will buy. I'll probably roll the dice on this. Yeah, okay. And they're retweeting this, too. This is probably the first agent that launches. And again, it's supposed to be this week, so I'm assuming today. All right, so watch that. That might be a great play. Again, I'm going to play. I am almost definitely going to be buying that. A little tease from Rec Drinks. Looks like they got a new flavor of their drink and can and all that stuff launching that's abstract themed, which is awesome. I dig it. Rec Drinks is crushing, dude. Really awesome. Awesome. Keep your eyes out for that. Okay. Now we do the base thing. And I really would love to get your guys' feedback throughout this. Okay, I'm sure everybody knows. I'll do the TLDR in case anybody has not been plugged in the past couple days here. Base, a lot of controversy here because Jesse Pollock from Base, creator of Base, continues to mint tokens like ERC20s, kind of like a meme coin. They call them content coins. And it's basically, yes, you're minting content. It could be just text or a picture. And I think you do have a JPEG, right? A picture, but you mint it and it actually doesn't mint you an NFT. It mints you like an ERC20, a fungible token. And dude, people just are not having it. People are not having it. People think that it's it's not scammy, but pointless. Yeah, pointless, and that might be an understatement. And so you have this battle of words on the timeline about is it right, is it wrong? I think it's so silly. I don't think it's the best idea either. By the way, I'm debating if it is. I get the point. I get where it could be really awesome to mint all your content and its way to earn money. I don't know if fungible tokens is the best way to do it though. That's what I'm struggling with. Sterling Crispin, I like a lot. And he's digging the concept. Again, I'm there. I dig the concept. I might not be as bullish as him on it. Yeah, it lets you speculate on a token. Sure. It lets you support creators. Sure. But if the main point of this is to support creators, dude, I don't see how a fungible token where you're only earning fees, tiny percent. I don't see how that is supporting the creator more than launching an NFT. The NFT makes sense to me. Difference here, I need to make sure that I understand this better. Look, difference is if the creator also, when they mint it, gets a big chunk of the supply. That's different. They might. that would probably make sense that the creator's actually getting a bunch of token too. In fact, that probably is how it goes. That actually makes more sense. I don't mind like thinking through this live and changing my mind live. Again, I like being wrong. As long as on the other side, I have a more firmed up opinion, right? If you mint these things on Zora, which is the platform, and you as the creator get 5% of the supply, 1% of the supply, whatever, that's actually kind of different. I am considering doing one of these. I don't care if people buy. In fact, don't buy. But just to try it, because there has to be ways to monetize content outside of the old system. I'm probably going to end up doing this just to test it out. Because separately, my own personal stuff, I'm thinking of minting a kind of NFT. It might be worth trying this method and see if it somehow works out better for traders. Right off the bat, though, I just don't see it. Like, my thoughts on it, which might be wrong, partially wrong. Again, if you're getting a chunk of the supply, a little different, but NFTs I still think make more sense. Right? If the buyer's just getting the little fees, or I'm sorry, if the creator's just getting the little fees, I don't know. I don't know how it's worth it. Other than a guy like Jesse who's minting because he's Jesse from base, people trade it. His fees actually add up. I'm into it. I'll get 50 cents in fees, $1, like, right? Not complaining, but you sell an NFT for $1, that's different. And I don't think that this works out for buyers. You buy a token that was minted on Zora. Again, that's the platform. Where are buyers in profit for that? Other than maybe right off the bat, if you get in early, which there's snipers getting in early. And then the only other way I see it is if that story picks up traction. If that thing somehow is referenced by the news, like, it's such a bizarre scenario that it even like would pick up traction. It's then up to the creator, if you give a shit about this, to like find a way to drive value to the thing. Like, if I've got whitelist and I say, you got the whitelist, you got to buy it with this token. But then at that point, if you're minting every episode, which what do you spend to get? I don't know. Jesse's trying to call it or play the long game, right? Like this long game where it's like everything's minted as a token. Market. No comment. Well, no. Okay. Comment is certainly, that's a goal. How about that? Look, Jesse went on the Bankless show yesterday and talked about it too. And again, his dream is like this future where everything's on chain. And right here, right now, again, I still think it's fine. And I think it's everybody here that needs to change. This goes back to the Trump token. Trump has this token come out. Everyone's cool with it. It's fucking amazing. Melania comes out and everyone, no, what are you doing? You can't do it. And you guys, back then I said, really what I'm saying now, you have to change. Those guys are never going to stop. This supply, everything's coming on chain. The supply is only going to go up exponentially. If we keep clinging to how it was back in the day when there weren't tokens because nobody knew how to do it. There weren't platforms where you could launch a token with a click of a button. So we adopted the rules of back then because there just wasn't a way to do it, to launch all these tokens. Now that there is, we're trying to apply yesterday's rules to today, and it doesn't make sense. This is good because it is resetting us. It's resetting us. It's making us like, dude, be smart with your money. Don't buy the shit. Buy it if you want to support it. The end. Buy it if you really think it's got a chance at going up in value. If it's not manipulated and sniped, right? Buy it then, but buying it just because it exists is so silly. Okay, now that said, that is the reality of what happens now. And this is something that then just splinters this liquidity more and more and more and more. Every single one that's minted, there's some desperate people out there. There's people who just like the game. Liquidity's just getting trapped in all these tokens. Picture all your wallets, especially if you trade on Bitcoin, and all your wallets that have a little dust in it that you just can't even do anything with. It's kind of what's happening. It's just all these fucking different tokens just going to be holding dust forever. It is locking away liquidity that's just never going to find its way out again. It's just kind of the nature of the beast, though. But man, all I can do is make comments about it. There's not a right or wrong thing here. Well, I do think it's wrong to say that it's wrong. How about that? I think that's a fair point. It's wrong to say that they're wrong for doing this. I like them pushing to get everything on chain. And yes, it's fair to say, does everything need to be on chain? All of it's fair. I think the problem is when people are so convinced that it's wrong and bad and dangerous and that Jesse's a bad guy for it. It might not be the best idea, but he's not wrong for doing it. I like that, Hoods. Buy what you like. It's that simple. I think it's like how the music industry is changed to plays and subs. It's cut out a lot of middlemen, put money in artists' pockets. Fully adopted could be the future. And you're talking about this right here, Mike? I think so. I mean, and I agree. There's something to it. I think Jesse said it. Somebody said it. It's like the new version of clicking like on a post. You buy it. Here's where that doesn't work. But, in theory, you buy it. Price goes up. It's like liking it. The problem is, I'm assuming these are a billion token supply, right? And it's because they're sniped and bundled and people playing it, manipulating it. You buy it, price might go down because somebody else makes that money and, they dump it. It's like, it's not the best analogy. I get the idea of it, but it's manipulated. I don't know. If you can control the supply, if I could launch it and launch like a token with 1,000 tokens in it, that would be awesome. I like that. That's why I say it needs to be more like NFTs. I think these need to be way smaller supplies. But if I could make a token on Zora where it's 1,000 1,000 tokens, I think it'd be awesome. I love that idea. Yeah, like royalties. Yeah. There's something to it all. We haven't perfected this yet. And I still like that somebody's out there pushing and trying. Just don't buy it. All right, Emmy, season 2 is officially started. But season 1 in the bag. Airdrop yesterday. I hope some of you were in here and staking. I never did. I swapped out for Pangu. I kind of regret it because my instinct was to go all in on Magic Eden and stake for 4 years. And I got some buddies who did that. And if you did that, especially like for 4 years, dude, I think you made as much as you staked and maybe then some. So basically you got to stake, you get to ride that free. Now it didn't play out like that in every scenario, but I think for a lot of people it did. So you got your tokens that are locked for 4 years, but you got a whole bunch of liquid tokens here now. Killer. This dude staked $100 worth of ME for 4 years, got a $12,000 airdrop. I would call bullshit on that, but I know it's true. Get the fuck out. That's amazing. You staked 3 ME for 4 years, got $255. I think that's amazing. I had a feeling Magic Eden, some of these guys are going to shock us. It's why I say OpenSea has a chance to shock us with airdrop. Right? Do what people aren't expecting. You just win over like the good graces of everybody. Magic Eden's doing that here. I think that's amazing. Man. Dude, it's so hard to predict, man. Dude, Hoods, I think that's pretty fucking great. That's so cool. Oh, God, I'm with you. Hey, what's up, Murray? Yep. That's it, Mike. So I'm going to be testing. I am. Probably on one of my weekend streams. My goal is to do it for tomorrow. I don't think I'll make it. Well, maybe. It shouldn't be hard, but my goal is either tomorrow or Sunday. I'm going to mint one. And especially if I can control the supply and make it a small, like, edition or small supply token, that'd be awesome. But I am going to try one just because why not? And don't buy it. Because separately, I'm trying to work through a way to do it with an NFT. A very, very, very cheap one, like $1. You missed it. What happened with ME stake? You staked all? Did you stake it all, Mike? If you did, you've got a big old airdrop or token claim, most likely. Awful like, good morning, man. Again, people did really, really well. I don't know if Anna put out how much she staked, but she got $7,500 in her worth for her airdrop. They really, really took care of people. Some people know. Here's some examples. Someone staked 115 ME and did $50 in volume, and they got 400 ME. Someone else staked 70 ME with 6,500 fees burned. They got 25,000 ME. I'm trying to just math this real quick, but either way, everybody won. You only got $200 in Emmy. Did you only stake and didn't do any questing stuff? That I did see that out there that it probably required you doing a little trading. I don't know how much. The play in hindsight was to sell Emmy at $7, dude. There you go. That was the play. Yep. Again, we might have touched on this. Yes. No, actually, we didn't. No. Okay. Heard the feedback of the community about the S1 airdrop. Disappointed, confused by the allocations. Yes. If you traded it actively and staked throughout S1, you received the most rewards. 4-year stakers who did trades were given a bonus to show appreciation. So there you go. That's the magic formula right there. Stake for 4 years, trade. You win. If you only staked but didn't trade much, fewer rewards. If you staked without trading at all, you did not receive rewards. Whoa. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. I just don't love artificial stuff. Right? Because as soon as you start incentivizing trading, it's artificial trading mostly. It's different, if you're a buyer anyways, like a collector, and you shift from using OpenSea to Magic Eden. Again, it's different, but how do you track that stuff? Well, we've got our algorithms for tracking that stuff. You know what? What's so interesting about that, E-Rock, you're 100% right. What's so interesting is, like these, like consensus, we all learn what's the best way to do it, and then that works. And then it works, and then it works, and then it keeps working until it stops working. And at some point, that's going to change, right? Just, I assume that's what will happen. Maybe because airdrop mechanics will change, or future reward mechanics will change. But there's going to come a time, and I don't think it's far off, when the game plan of selling your airdrop right away, where that's the best play. It is right now, and it has been for a while. Used to be that you hold your airdrop for like 3 days, then you sell. All right, that used to be it. And it's kind of that still, but it is sell immediately. But I think we're going to see this flip, and all of a sudden it'll be everybody sells immediately, and then team comes out with surprise bonus news, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit. And then everyone's going to be like, no, you don't sell anymore. You wait. You lock it up every single time. It just feel like something like that's going to change, because it always does. 3 days was Blur. Yep. Dude, Emmy is great. I really like Magic Eden. Like, they have come so far, and they've been excellent for a long time now, but man, I love it. Oh, by the way, here was the post about, Zora's like, buying a token is like an Instagram post, like a like. I like it. I see it. Again, it's just not perfect yet. It's not. I guess I had this out of order. I still had some tabs for what's it called? For Zora stuff. But yeah, the biggest problem is still sniping. Like, it's not, none of this matters. Like Jesse's whole thesis of you buy it to support, you buy it to support the creator, you maybe price, none of it matters if it's manipulated, if people are sniping tokens, if people have insider info, it all breaks. Because then market cap doesn't reflect the quality or value of the post, or the reputation of the person launching it. It's kind of broken. Dude, I just think Emmy has been amazing. Again, Jesse on the Bankless show talked about this. Jesse spits a fucking lot, guys. I don't know if you've ever noticed. Sorry, I don't ever like really talking perfect stuff and looks and all that, but I couldn't help but notice he's spitting the whole fucking time. I think it's right to call out spitters, right? Is it right to call out spitters? You have to be aware it's like a personal safety issue. I like him. I like Jesse, but be aware.
And again,
you're going to be in the splash zone if you guys meet up.
Brand creator, and then seeing what's working in the industry. And
a lot of spitting.
I think Jacob's been, the clearest advocate, and almost exclusively because of cultural stigma.
I bet if I just skip around, we're going to find it.
That creators are scared of using the single most.
I was watching on my TV. Maybe it was easier to see, but there was one that was so I couldn't fucking believe it. And then I kept, and then yeah, it's a lot. Hang on, I want to find
a track athlete yesterday, And she made more on Zora than she made in Twitter in like, all of her time, because she's creating good content and people want to buy it and they want to collect it and they want to support her. And then some people want to trade it as well. And so I think there's a lot of stories behind the scenes of creators actually benefiting from this new technology or this old technology that we're now giving them permission to use in a safe and trusted way. And I believe, and this is a strategic belief that some people might disagree with, that if we as a culture reset our norms and we start treating coins not as a monolith, not as apply the same expectations to every single coin option, and we're going to be able to take, which is we can use our brains and we can look at where a coin was created, who it was created by, what their expectations are, what platform it was on, and value it appropriately, then we're going to unlock.
I saw it. Did you guys catch it? Did you catch it? It's a little one. There were some big ones in here.
Value it appropriately, then we're going to unlock.
Did you see it? That was just one of the many spit takes. Just be careful. I'm looking out for your guys' health. Wonder what the next meta will be. Okay, I like that. Something cooking that'll blow our socks off. I think. Well, here's the best thing. Whatever we think it's going to be something completely, whatever it is, will be something we don't even see coming. Like the AI agent thing, we didn't see coming. Yeah. I even think it's more like once or twice a year, there's something that happens that like it rocks us. It changes our whole direction. AI agents, I'm wondering, dude, big time if it's the DeFi stuff. I did not think I have my takes, my opinions, and I change them as we go. I didn't think that you'd have AI out trading people. I didn't really see a use for the DeFi stuff personally. I really do now. Magic Eden's baking it into their new decks. Like an AI agent that'll place trades for you and set stop losses and execute your plan 24/7. And now seeing how the swarms are going to work, I get to see a bit behind the scenes. I'm getting to I see it so much. I'm reading so much about it. I'm really starting to piece stuff together. I think it might get really interesting, and maybe really competitive. And there might be really good profit in DeFi. There might be. This is going to get really interesting. Like, right, there were these predictions that we might see like 80% of volume on chain being from AI. And there's this thought of, man, you need more money in the ecosystem, more liquidity, but you don't need more traders because there's an infinite number of AI. So I just look at that as volume. Volume is going to increase a ton. If you see these AI traders being successful, then you're going to see copies of them, more and more of them, and then volume just goes up. I still am thinking that maybe DeFi is where we might see something really wild. But yeah, and so that's what I'm watching for, although that would be expected, right? So yeah, what's the thing that's coming that nobody's considering? Nobody's even like, and probably it's a thing we can't even conceptualize yet. I'm curious about this. Those are big words. Awful Eye saying he's about to change NFTs. We'll see with that. That's a bold statement. It's a very bold statement. Whatever it is, I can't wait. It's great to be liquid, ahead of one of those times. For certain, something will come that nobody's expecting and will literally change the game. Does it have staying power or not? Who the fuck knows? Yep. Yeah. Any way you can save a company or people money. Yep. More efficiency. And just again with DeFi, it's just that it can do it round the clock. If it can trade like you, if you're a good trader, but it can do it 24/7, it's probably going to win. But if it can trade better than you, I'm not a good trader. Oh, I like that. Physical AI and robots. And that is starting to happen already. There's a robot AI project on virtuals. And that should just be escalating too. No, Awful, you don't say that. You haven't said it before, but I'll tell you this. About 100,000 other people have said it. Like, because it's easy to get excited about the thing you're doing. And here's the thing. It might actually be game-changing. But I've just learned this lesson here in NFTs. People don't care. People don't care about the like innovative game-changing stuff. They just want to make money. If they can make money, they'll give a shit. If you did something so crazy innovative that changes NFTs, and if people adopt that method, then again, different game, awesome. But it's like if it doesn't get the attention and people making money, then that game-changing thing doesn't have the opportunity to change the game. I see it all the time. Look at 404s, ERC 404s. I think were game-changing. Some people made money, but not enough people gave a shit because it was a little too. They had to jump through an extra hoop and didn't change the game. It's crazy, right? Dude, yes, that was fucking cool. Yep. Yeah, let's pull it up. I'm like cautiously super optimistic about other side because of AI. And I like, I think we get an AI meta. But I think we get another AI run because of metaverse. I do. So cool. That's awesome, dude. Love that. Okay, so I don't remember if that's like a mock-up, like if that's like VFX or if that's like actual real footage. I think it's not real, but
川崎重工
like the product is real.
業は今日、大阪・関西万博に展示する水素で動くを想定したコンセプトモデルで、乗馬するようにまたがり、重心移動で操作します。タイヤでの走行
Yeah, I don't know if that's. I'm assuming that's not real video, right? But like the idea is real. Picture running around building, hanging out on the other side with our PFP avatars. I can't wait for that, man. And I just think it's gonna be cool having the metaverse full of like AI people. And some of them will feel pretty darn lifelike. Okay, it is CGI. Okay. By the way, did you guys see Star Wars trailers last night? There's like, what is it? Star Wars Celebration in Japan. We got a Ryan Gosling Star Wars officially announced. It's called Starfighter. And then they showed the first trailer for the Mando Grogu. Like I like old Star Wars. Not to be a fucking boomer, but it's true. It's just true. Okay. Man. I feel like I had something else, man. But maybe I didn't. Maybe I did not. I will say, as far as things to keep your eyes on. Oh shit. Man, Magic Eden must have gotten a lot of FUD because like Jack's doing a town hall in their Discord. It must have gotten a lot of FUD. I'm kind of surprised, kind of. Okay, the one thing I would really keep your eye on today is that Auto.Fun launch. That's got potential to be, well, okay, two things. The Auto.Fun launch, which I think is this Prince of Secret. That's got a chance to cook. So keep an eye out for that. And then separately, it's the Pudgy toy. Pudgy toys should make you some money. Again, it's like in real money. It's like real world stuff. So maybe you 2x it. Maybe you only make $100 or whatever. But I think it's a pretty legit collectible. I'm definitely going for one. Definitely. And then that agent, I think is I think that agent's got some potential. So we'll see. Normally, by the way, weekends and holidays slow for the market. Sometimes I feel like if people have time, I know it's family time, but sometimes I feel like people are around to be, more. they've got more free time, so they actually can get in the trenches more. So I'm always watching to see if maybe we get like an interesting weekend. Damn, what a brutal stat. By the way, did you guys see 4chan's gone? Hang on, let me check. It's been down for like 2 days. I think it's never coming back. Did you guys see that? Let me see if I think it's still down. And again, I think it's never coming back. Which is crazy. Also, 4chan sucked for a few years now. It's just not the same. Yeah, it's still down. Yeah. 4chan's gone, guys. It got hacked, and there was like staff personal info got leaked, but I think the reason it's going to stay down is because it's so deeply compromised and they know all the people, like everybody's been doxxed, that if they spin it back up, it'll just get knocked down again. They will keep knocking it down. And apparently it came from a group, like one of the image boards on 4chan that is a little more hardcore and a little more, as crazy as that sounds, like kind of like the true 4chan. They kind of splintered off and found a new kind of site. And I don't remember the name, but there's like a new 4chan that is closed. You can't just go there and join it. And they hacked the 4chan site. And they did it through like a really like old school way, like as in the site had very weak protection. They uploaded, I think like I think just like a video or image file or something, or some, and as it plays, it like executes some kind of code that compromises the site. It's something like that. It was like as basic beginner kind of hack compromises you can get. And yeah, it's gone. And it needed to go. I mean, you know what? Basically, X is 4chan now. It's like a more normie version of 4chan, but X is 4chan, and 4chan's been shit for like 5 years, probably longer than that. But you could, if you used it often, you knew it changed. You knew there was a moment where it changed, and it just wasn't the same. But yeah, 4chan's gone. End of an era. Fucking crazy, man. That is wild to think it's gone. Pour one out for 4chan. Fucking kind of sucks. Also, whatever. A lot of good memories there. I did a lot of waking up because of that. Yes, it's a fucking cesspool. Yeah. Cesspool. Fucking terrible site. And I learned a lot. I got to see a little more, it was the first place I ever got to peel back that layer of bullshit that's over everything. Got to see a little more real, a little more of what's really going on out there. But only because of that place. Only because of that place. But X is okay. Anyway, guys, I truly hope your day is fucking amazing. I truly do. If you're off, if you got a long weekend, I hope it's phenomenal. Hope there's some money to be made out there. It'd be great. Again, I'm not sure with the afternoon show. I think probably no Swarm Report. But I do it on my personal channel. So just a heads up there. Follow me on Hudah_idiot. You'll keep up with me there for personal stuff too. But yeah, I'll stream tomorrow and Sunday. Sunday might be a very long stream. I don't know if I'm going to do the 24-hour stream like I was planning. Last 420, I did a 12-hour stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this. I want to. It's probably the right time to break out the smelling salts. Finally bust that open. But that probably has to happen this weekend either way. So we'll see. Anyway, subscribe over on Crypto Slam over on YouTube. Again, follow us on X at CryptoSlam.io. And follow SlamAI_XYZ and then the Swarm_AI. All kinds of cool shit. Follow it all. Guys, I hope your day's amazing. Have a great Easter, you guys. A happy Good Friday, all of the above. You guys are the best. We'll see you later. Peace.